take up while the jury's out. And maybe it was a misunderstanding, but Ms. Burton pointed out to me the Bruton issue that had come up. The only thing that I expressed concern about, that I objected to with respect to statements about my client in this statement, the only thing that I'm concerned about, not concerned about all the references to blocking, all the references to trucks, we let all that go. I specifically objected that I did not want Greg McMichael's testimony about his relationship to Roddie Bryan coming into evidence. So there's one spot. And sure enough, I thought that was covered. And I'm told that, in fact, that was brought in. That's a problem. And if it's late, then it's an ineffective assistance to counsel issue. But I'm making a motion for mistrial under Bruton based on that. In the alternative, I don't know that you can cure it. And here's why, Your Honor, because I know you're not looking at me. You're not giving me that look yet, but I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how could that make any difference? How could that be important in this case? It goes back to the severance issue that we talked about before. The state has these before the fact, after the fact conspiracy theories to get around the fact that there were no communications between Roddie Bryan and Greg McMichael prior to the shooting in this case about this matter. And now we've gotten in Greg McMichael's version of his relationship with Mr. Bryan. I can't cross-examine him about that. Now we've got this jail call, we've talked about that before, jail call looming out there about how Roddie Bryan is Greg McMichael's ally. Again, I can't cross-examine Greg McMichael about any of that. And I'm sure it didn't dawn on the state that, well, yeah, you know what, I'm not assuming anything. But we all know we have another issue with Roddie Bryan's fiance, because everybody knows that there is no relationship between Greg McMichael and Roddie Bryan, because Greg McMichael is not welcome in the Bryan residence, not because of anything that happened between Mr. Bryan and Mr. McMichael, but because of issues involving his fiance and her family. Now, how am I going to possibly deal with any of that? It's, the state's putting me in a position, it's forcing me at some point to make a motion for severance, because I can't defend Roddie against allegations of special treatment. I can't defend Roddie against allegations of some special relationship in this case. And I'm not saying they're doing it deliberately, but they're putting me in a box where Roddie Bryan can't get a fair trial without being able to cross-examine Gregory McMichael in this case. Now, if Gregory McMichael testifies, I guess there's no problem. But in the event that Mr. McMichael doesn't testify, then how do I defend Roddie against these charges? That's the problem. I'm making the motion for mistrial, and I'm reserving the right to move for severance.
Objections?
Any of the other defendants joining in the mistrial?
On the Bruton issue that Mr. Gough has raised, no.
No.
State.
First off, objections need to be contemporaneous when it took place, and there was no objection at the time this took place. Number two, this is not an inculpatory statement in any way. People having known each other in this context is absolutely not inculpatory because, as Mr. Gough knows, the evidence is going to come out that they don't have each other's phone numbers in each other's cell phones, okay? And that they didn't know each other like that. And that is evidence the state is going to present. Number two, I think it would be a Bruton violation to put in a jail call where Mr. Greg McMichael is calling Mr. Bryan an ally. That would be inculpatory. And Mr. Gough keeps asserting that we're going to do conspiracy after the fact. That is not what we're going to go into. Conspiracy after the fact that they, because we don't intend to go into all of the, how about this? The state has no intention at this point in time of going into everything that took place afterwards. If that becomes relevant, it may be gone into, and at that point in time, it may be something to explore exactly how this video got out on the internet and how Mr. Greg McMichael went to Mr. Bryan and asked for his phone and did all this stuff. But the state has no intention of putting that in its case in chief at all, okay? Because that's not anything that's going to come in my opinion, at this point in time. So all of the paper tigers that Mr. Gough is talking about, the state doesn't intend to put those in. I'm just trying to not box myself in if for some reason it does actually end up being relevant because Mr. Gough puts it in or someone else puts it in. I don't foresee it coming in. So at this point in time, it's inculpatory statements that Bruton violates. And knowing somebody for years, but I'm not sure exactly where he lives in the neighborhood, it does show the nature of the relationship, which is not a close one, if you don't even know where the guy lives in the neighborhood.
Well, Your Honor, if the state's going to withdraw the conspiracy charge, then that would change the character of the case.
And I just have to add on the after-the-fact conspiracy defense to its case in chief that the state just made. Just yesterday, they elicited from former Officer Minshew on direct examination in their case in chief evidence that after the fact, that is after the shooting, Mr. McMichael was over near his truck talking to Roddie Bryan. And you have to ask, why was that a fact of relevance to the case, if not to suggest, and at this point they're suggesting it, they're humming it, I suspect they'll sing it in closing, that he got up with Roddie Bryan after the shooting to talk about something or other sinister and conspiratorial and let's cover our tracks kind of stuff. In fact, I think that's why they were talking about all the other people Mr. McMichael was talking to on the scene after the fact. If not for that, why bring it in? I don't know what else they could think it was relevant to, unless it's to say later he's trying to fix this case up by talking to people to get himself covered here.
And, oh, sorry.
There's a motion for mistrial before the court.
Yes.
Okay. That is denied. All of this is preparing the ground. At this point, I'm not aware of the issue currently before the court, but it sure sounds like everybody's got a heads up on where this thing could go if, in fact, the state's headed in that direction with the evidence. And I understand what counsel's raising, but at this point, what I'm ruling on is a motion for mistrial based upon a statement that just came in through the state.
Yes,